Hi, everyone. Well, there's no doubt that we are living in turbulent times, and I think that older women have a special set of skills and strength that we can help during this time. Women who are over 50, 60 have lived through some very difficult times, turbulent times themselves. They've learned how to manage fear. They've learned how to cope with difficult situations and emotional upheavals. And I just wanted to share with you some of the things as an older woman, I'm 74, the things that I have experienced in my lifetime. And I think when you see this list, you'll see why I do believe, honestly, that older women are more relevant than ever today. We're here to offer our wisdom and our support and our life experience. We have been through a lot. Now, I know you guys have as well, so I'm not judging or comparing, but just to get perspective, I wanted to share with you what I have experienced in my life. Well, I was born in 1948, so the Cold War was well underway by that time, so it lasted though from 45 to 89. The Cuban Missile Crisis in 1962. I was a little girl then, and I remember honestly thinking that the world was going to end. It was the most terrifying experience of my life, and I still live with it today. 1962. The Vietnam War between 1955 and 1975. I didn't remember it was that long, but both my brothers were drafted. I lost many friends. High school friends that were drafted at age 18 and went off to war in Vietnam. My brother was in Vietnam. It's really it was a terrible situation. And I mean, I was marching. I was out there in the streets marching against the war, and that was from my perspective very difficult, since my family and friends were out there fighting. But I believed in trying to stop it, and so I was an activist at that time. The civil rights movement, of course, which ended with the assassination of Martin Luther King in 1968. I missed the assassination of John F. Kennedy President Kennedy in 1963. The Watergate scandal, probably no one ever remembers that, but it was President Nixon, and it was a whole series of scandals, and that was in 1972. And talk about having like a sort of a lack of confidence in your leaders and your president. That was one of those moments. John Lennon was killed in 1980. Amazing experience for me. I remember it because I loved the Beatles. I had seen them when I was 16 years old, and then he was gone. The fall of the Berlin Wall was 1989. Then, of course, things that you may now starting to be remembering if you were born, in the early 1911 or sorry 1990s. The World Trade Center bombing. That was in 2001. The Iraq War in 2003. You start to get a sense of the types of things. And then the financial crisis of 2008. I lost all my money. I lost my house. I lost everything. But many of us did. And those are some of the things that older women have been through. We can deal with it. We can handle fear. We can manage stress.